And welcome back to my Pandora world on YouTube. I hope you're having a good day and that everything is okay with you. So today Bimba and I are here to showcase the Happy Garden Bracelet, which is a bracelet, as you know, that I'm very much fond of. It's the bracelet that represents my grandpa living in heaven in his beautiful garden, and all the story behind it, all my childhood memories, etc. And it took me a long time to produce this video because I really wanted to portray it in the best way possible, not only the bracelet but also the beautiful story which is linked to my grandpa who's taking care of my beloved Tom in heaven. So without further ado, Bimba and I are gonna show you the bracelet. So here we are with my bracelet. So let's see first of all my design choices. This is two-tone bracelet with the Pandora logo. I was so lucky to get it 50% off a couple of years ago. I really was after this and it was retiring. I was so happy to find it because I really wanted to make something special for my grandpa. So I wanted to get a two-tone bracelet to represent his story. Then we have the color story goes on a little bit of two-tone, as I showed before, a lot of pink, enamel and silver. There is just a little bit of Pandora rose in here, but I think the colors work well together, so I'm quite happy with the results. So what you must know about my grandpa is that he was a big storyteller. Now you know who I got it from, this thing of telling story, inventing fairy tales, and every time I was going to visit him, we didn't live in the same town. When I was little, he was still working and he used to get holidays, days off to stay with me, just to tell me stories. I was so fond of his stories because I really had the patience to listen to him. There were very long stories of whatever he did when he was little, and my goodness, he was a hurricane. That child was a hurricane. But you know, I still really appreciate the way he could make things bring up a smile, even though he lived in he was very young, then the war was still raging, and he really lived a life of poverty, but he came out of it, and he really told every story with simplicity and humility, but yet they were so hilarious. He managed to make everything sound so much fun, and I was always there listening to his stories. I really wanted to spend a few days with my grandparents because Grandpa Carlo, Nonno Carlo, had to tell me stories, and I was the only one among his grandkids who had the patience to listen to the stories. The other two didn't care. So I was basically his favorite just because I really wanted to listen to his stories, and he couldn't wait finding for someone to listen to his stories. So here we are. That's why I'm this way. Anyway, I'm gonna start telling you the story in the story because it's such a lovely memory. I'm gonna go in close-ups now. I'm gonna make a few close-ups now so you can see what I would like to tell you with this bracelet. So in the center there is the heart of the princess, which is one of the most important first charms I got from Pandora. I really wanted this piece. It was quite expensive. I was lucky to find it on sale, and I was so happy to find it. I really wanted to give it a special role, so it's here to represent all the love I have for my grandpa, and my grandpa is here. This charm really looks like my grandpa. And my grandpa is in heaven now. He's taking care of my beloved Tom. My beloved Tom, as many of you know, is my cat who went to heaven 3 years ago. If you want to know more about the bracelet that I dedicated to him, Bimba's gonna link the video here so you can see the story. And let's keep going. He's taking care of my Tom. My grandpa was very much keen on growing vegetables, growing fruit, growing flowers. So every time someone went to visit my grandparents, first thing was a guided tour to the garden. Because it was, I think my grandpa was some sort of missed hydraulic engineer, because he had all this system to to water everything at the right time, according to the right moment of the year. It has all this pipe system that he invented himself. It was a genius, really. So that's why I got the watering can here, because he was taking care of his garden with a lot of love, because he was growing fruits for his family. So he was very in love with his work, and grew a lot of raspberries for me, so many. I didn't dare telling him that I prefer strawberries, because every time he was showing me the plant, say, look, this is for you, and I was so proud of him that I ate a lot of raspberries anyway, but I was happy to do so. And then there is this car here, because when I was little, I always said that when I turned 18 and got a car, I would have loved to have a car just like his one, but pink. And when I saw the charm with the pink heart, I thought that this belonged really to the Happy Garden. Let's keep going. We see the clips are never the same for me, or hardly. Almost all the time. Here I have the rose, because he also had roses, and the butterflies. And then here I have again the Incy Murano, flowers, roses, flower. And then I have this Cinderella Susie with the thread, and that's why when I was little, my grandma used to make sweaters. She was knitting, and once a year I was getting a new sweater, and she always asked me, so which color would you like this time? So this reminds me when I was spending my holidays with my grandparents when I was little, and she was knitting and cooking very well, and my grandpa was telling me these amazing stories, and I also did homeworks. But first the stories. Then we have here another art again, because when I was little, my favorite color was pink. Now it's purple, as you know, but I used to say my favorite color was pink, so I had to have this childhood memory linked with the pink color. And we had the bunny. My grandpa also raised bunnies. He raised chickens, and he raised bunnies, and the chicken used to follow him. Don't ask me how he managed, but it happened. This is a gift. Nini here is a gift from my beloved Tatina, and also Tom here is a gift of my beloved Tatina. I must say, she's always close to me when I need her love, and she really makes me feel very much loved. So she knew that I wanted to add this piece to this bracelet, because my grandpa used to have bunnies. So here it is. And of course, if I go to visit my grandpa in heaven, I'd like to wear a nice dress. And then again, there is another flower, and then there is the bee, because when I was little, we went for a picnic on the countryside once, and I don't know how I got hit by a bee. And that was a legend in the family, that I was hit by a bee. I don't know if I said it correctly, but you got what I mean. It's like a mosquito pick, but it was a bee pick. It was very bad. So this is the story that Bimba and I wanted to tell you through this bracelet. It took so long, but I really hope I managed to pass into you a little bit of the love and joyful memories that I was so lucky and blessed to share with my grandfather. And that was it, guys. I hope you had a nice time with me as I had with you. Bimba and I are gonna send you, as usual, a big kiss. We'll see you in my next video, where I will show you all I got with the sales and my birthday haul. So we're very excited to start playing with the new beads. So I'll see you as soon as possible. In the meanwhile, I'll send you the biggest hug ever. I wish you a day sparkling with joy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys, and thank you from all of us.